The Teutonic Order and the Swiss defend the great city here today in this 1212 AD siege, and what makes this siege even more brutal for the Teutonic Order is that they are being betrayed by their fellow Crusaders, the Kingdom of Jerusalem, here to attack them today, joined by the dastardly Welsh, the bane of the English. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We're here with another 1212 AD siege battle for you today, and this is going to be a glorious one. I can already sense it. I've been told it comes right down to the wire and ends in very few men remaining at the end of this one. So yeah, make sure you got yourself some snacks, got some drinks, and prepare for a brutal 1212 AD siege battle. It does seem as though the defenders have already made a decision. They're not going to defend the walls. They're actually going to give them up. It's a strategy I haven't seen in a little while. Usually in recent siege battles, I've seen defenders defend this wall and just, yeah, they've been able to hold back armies for a long time. Depending on, like, at the bottom of the walls, it allows cav inside for attackers, which often is a really good strength for attackers. It doesn't seem like they brought too much. They actually have brought some hospitalers. But yeah, that is it. It seems like the Welsh bring in some hospitalers, and yeah, which is kind of funny to think about because actually they're the ones that like Jerusalem has the ones that have these available usually, but the Welsh also have access to holy orders, which is a bit weird. But they have got their own unique general now, which is awesome. He does look awesome in the Welsh colours there. He's called Twaisog Telu or something like that. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Telu. I've told how to pronounce that in a Thrones of Britannia game. Still to this day cannot pronounce that word correctly. But anyway, less of my wittering on. It does seem as though the attackers are going to take this wall pretty easily, and it seems as though the first line of defense is going to be the Swiss with their Landsturm spearmen here. I think we have a variety of different eras here. We have both tier 3, tier 2 and tier 1 here. I think there wasn't really a rule in place. It's just bring whatever you liked. Got some Teutonic Knights over here. We've got the Ritterbruder, tier 2 Ritterbruder. And they look awesome, and they look like they're getting ready for a sally maybe, I don't know, or maybe they're just retreating for now. As the Cyprian Knights take this gate, I think they're going to try and deny any sort of sally from taking place by taking as many gates as possible. There is actually another bunch of cavalry over here as well. We've got a lot more Ritterbruder over here. We've got tier 3 and tier 2 Ritterbruder here ready to go, and these guys are going to, I guess, maybe try another sally out this back gate, or maybe just be used inside. I'm not really sure. But it does certainly seem as though the Swiss have put most of their money into their pikes and their gunners and their and spears and stuff like that, while it seems like the Teutonic Order has put a lot of money into cav. They have got some dismounted Ritterbruder and some other units, but yeah, mainly their armies seems like it's going to be a small army with mainly cav here today. So I'm certainly excited to see how this one goes down, and if you guys are wanting to see more 1212 action, more glorious medieval sieges, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. It really does make a difference on the channel. Yes, as you can see, the Welsh, they're ready to go. They're cheering. They've clearly already been butchering probably Englishmen or something like that, and they're ready to take their vengeance out on the Swiss now. But enemy is attacking our ally. Oh, okay, this is just some shots maybe going off from the crossbows over here. But we have had a sally out. So one of the Ritterbruder units has sallied out. I think it might be out this gate here. They sallied out before, I guess, the Jerusalem player could capture the gate. And the Ritterbruder, I think, is going to go for this artillery here, this Cavalry. There is also a general here, King's Bodyguard. He is tier 1, this is tier 2, so they certainly would have the advantage there. And it looks like as though Jerusalem's going to be sending his general in. Whether this is a good idea, I don't know. But in goes the Jerusalem player sending in his general, and look at that already. Losing slightly, and his unit is going down. You can see now there is Cyprian Knights rushing over to save their king. Can't actually see where the king is, but oh, there he is, right in the middle. An awesome unit, like, model. It looks great, he does. But there you go. We've got the Cyprian Knights, I think, in there now during the fight. That should help the beat these Ritterbruder, and already, yeah, they're losing. I mean, I think the archer fire as well, the crossbows coming in, has certainly done some damage as well. But I think another gate has, yeah, they've seized the gate. So no more Ritterbruder getting out that way, that is for sure. But yeah, this cav already wavering. Actually, I say already, it's down to 20-something men. It's already pretty dead, actually. So there you go. There are smaller unit sizes than usual. I'm not really sure why that is. But yeah, so it's about 3,000 men on either side. The attackers do have about a 400-man advantage. And so, I mean, that's a good start. Actually, wounding this king and his unit is certainly going to make him more vulnerable. And, I mean, as the battle goes on, he will be less protected. That is for sure. Seems as though artillery hasn't failed to take out this wall. They've weakened it and then just stopped firing on it. Unless they're going to shoot it now, Jerusalem. But they need to be careful that they don't just collapse and kill a bunch of their own men. I think they should be okay, but this is a big breach they're going to open up here. And they should make getting their army inside much, much easier. We do have a bit of an infantry fight now taking place down here. We have the Landsturm spearmen here. They're engaging against some sergeants. I think these are light spears. Yeah, they're going up against medium infantry, both tier 3. So yeah, these spears aren't really going to hold the line against the more heavily armored sergeants. But yeah, if you want to send in some more replays of 1212 or any sort of Total War, feel free to send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. If you'd like to get involved in some battles as well, that is the best place to join. We're trying to get quite a lot more 1212 AD replays and scenarios done in the new year. And hopefully we're going to see like an update to 1212 quite soon. I'm kind of like been waiting. Certainly after Dawn of Stays has like had its update, I'm kind of like waiting now for 1212 to have their big update. We're still waiting on that late campaign start, which like it says coming soon when you like load up a campaign. Landsturm here though, still losing. But yes, hopefully we'll get that new campaign very, very soon. Or just a new update would be great as well. I mean, maybe some new factions. Be great. Certainly some updates for some factions like Scotland. I feel like needs some love. I'd love to see like a proper Scotland roster. Oh, you know over here wavering. I wonder why this was. This one died from. Oh, this one's died from collapsing towers. Okay, I was wondering how that one died. I thought maybe a cavalry charge or the gunners, but it don't look like the gunners have fired a round yet. And yeah, instead this tiny little Cyprian knight is going to go in against the Landsturm spears here. And I mean, I think the spears will win this one. They aren't going to win many fights today, but I think they'll win this one. Already, yeah, spear unit being broken there. So that's not a good sign there, actually. And the other one's wavering. So, I mean, soon they're going to be surrounded in a moment. We actually have cavalry as well coming in. Hospitaller Knights, they are rushing in. The Ritterbrut over here was thinking about a charge. And then I think he's changed his mind since seeing that Hospitaller Knight arrive on the battlefield. I think we got some gunners as well set up here on a barricade. This is a good spot for gunners. This spear unit could almost, if it wanted to, instead could have retreated just back to the bottom here at the foot of the barricade. Would have given the gunners a bit of a better view. But yeah, so far, I mean, the defenders have given a lot of ground, in my opinion, and not really inflicted much in the way of damage. They've killed about 200 men, and they've lost 400 of their own. Not a good ratio as a defender. Really, as a defender, you're expecting to kill like 2 men to losing every one of yours. They're hitting those hospitals though pretty nicely. That was a good little volley in there. Certainly the gunners, I think, are going to be very important in today's siege battle. Hopefully these guys can get some good kills. I mean, the Swiss gunners are some of the best around. These Augsburg, I think these are like gunners here. I think that's what they are. He's got the officer there has a strange helmet. We'll turn him around, have a look at him. Oh, don't die now. Look at that strange, like, witch's hat, like, almost, like, shaped helmet. That's awesome. Here we go, boys. Give them a volley. There you go. For the Swiss. Don't know what they're really firing at, though. Firing kind of blindly at stuff. Yeah, they're firing volleys at all sorts of stuff over there. Oh, cavalry has gone in, though. Oh, boy, as I've been distracted by the gunners, we have a cavalry fight over here. So it seems like the Hospitallers did go for a charge on the Samlander swords here, a tier 1 infantry. Yeah, they would crush them. The Ritterbrut here did get a lot of kills, though, off on the retreating Hospitallers. And the Samlanders certainly aren't going to be able to stop the dismounted Hospitallers and Sergeants coming up for the Welsh here. Going to have another charge. It seems like the Welsh aren't done in this fight here. And there you go, Samlander swords. They're getting overwhelmed here by the more heavily armored Hospitaller Knights. These men, veterans of many a crusade. Yeah, cutting stuff down. Brutal to see. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much a very short front there. But the next line of defense is a bit more sturdy. We got here. We got a Samlander sort of tier 3 unit. Then we have behind that Halberdiers. So that is going to take a little bit more negotiation to get through there. The Welsh are going to need to bring up these archers here. They've got their longbows coming to the front line here. Tier 3 longbows as well. What else have they got back here? They got gunners of their own. And looks like some more bowmen in the back, and also halberds. So they got their own billmen to bring up. So they have got the right like weapons to get through this. Like they can either send up their own swords and polearms to try and battle it out, or they can fire onto the halberds down here already waiting. Either are good options, to be honest. Also the gunners over here, I don't know, they must have been getting killed by crossbows. I think they have been, yeah, Mercenary Genoese crossbows there. That's done a lot of damage to them. We've also got a general over here of the Swiss. He's gone into combat. He's fighting down against the spears against a revived Jerusalem assault here. There you go. The Swiss going to retreat. Really, they should just hammer and anvil. Oh, there you go. There is the hammer and anvil. Ritterbruder going in. And they're going to try and rear charge these swords here. And this is going to be painful for the Jerusalem player. As there you go. The Teutonic Order, a fellow Crusader going in. They didn't go into the east, they went north. And as you can see, they got to hold on to this barricade. They will only hold for so much time. This general, could he really sneak around? Is there a gap he could have snuck around really to try and get better charges off? Charging the back of his own men is not going to achieve a lot. This Ritterbruder here, though, is racking up kills, though. Charging into the Cyprian Knights and going in after another Cyprian Knight there. Yeah, this is painful here for Jerusalem. Losing a lot of men. These Ritterbruder are being shot at by Mercenary Genoese, and they're taking a lot of hits now. They need to go in for one last hurrah here. Another great charge onto the back of these Cyprian Knights. This could cause a lot of damage. He shouldn't really pull out. He's turning around and charging at the Ritterbruder is also not going to do like any benefits for him. It's actually going to make it worse. So never charge head on at already charging cav as well, unless you're cavalry, because it's not going to do much for you. Oh yeah, the archer fire coming in here is really doing a lot of damage to this general and also the Ritterbruder. But they have routed all the swords here. Or bar that one, but that's pretty banged up already. They need to get that general out of there. Maybe even get that cav out of there if they can. Big win, though, there. Taking out a lot of Jerusalem's infantry. That's a good change. Good to see they're actually doing some damage now. So it does seem as though the plan was to neither go with archers or with halberds. They've actually brought up the gunners. And they're going to try and use the Welsh gunners on this choke point here to try and break through the both polearms and also these swords here. The general does get back out of there, but he's very banged up, half strength. And the little Ritterbruder unit here now challenging the Welsh general. I don't think this is going to end very well. Yep, already chopped down. I think to the last man. And this spear unit here, yeah. I mean, it's in a shield wall, but it's not going to last long. There's Cyprian Knights flanking behind now. Jerusalem getting in behind. And then we've got, after that, we've got some Welsh general. This Welsh general here could just rear charge if he wanted to and go in. So yeah, that is pretty much the end of that choke point as well. Already, again, lots of retreating really going on from the defenders. I really hope they have enough. They have 2,400 left if you're interested. And the attack is yet to drop below that 3,000 mark. So at 3,100. The Swiss gunners here, these elite gunners. They're weakened, but they have not lost any sort of resolve. They will fight to the last man if they must. Shooting these archers at point blank range. There's definitely an opportunity for a charge there. I feel like if they had a cav unit to go in, they could have got that. Yeah, the general was thinking about it there for the Swiss. He saw that opportunity to take 2 archer units out. Opportunity has certainly been lost now. And yeah, the gunners here doing a lot of damage to these Samlanders. And the halberds having none of it. They're getting out of there. The Samlanders are going to hold the line though. So this is a good opportunity now for the Welsh. They could just charge this unit. It's unprotected. They could go in and they could kill that unit if they wanted to. It looks like we've got these gunners are shooting their own men. I hope not. Yeah, just get the gunners in front. Just keep shooting while you can. The shooting is kind of used up anyway. I mean, it's a pretty good volley there, but now they're going to have to retreat. And in go the spears. Yeah, the gunners are going to get mauled here by Hospitallers, unfortunately. Ripping piece of this guy. Oh, lost his head. What a way to go. And yeah, the Hospitallers now, they're battling away with these light spears, these pavis. Really, they needed like some sort of archer support there, something to like do some damage. They got lots of gunners, which is great that the Swiss have brought all these gunners. Really, they need some archer fire or some crossbow fire from the Teutonic Order here to help this fight out. And we also have another fight over here. So we have the Samlanders that have been hit quite hard by Welsh gunners, now being attacked by Welsh sergeants. So these guys are going to keep going in. And the Teutonics are probably thinking, what on earth have we done to deserve to be attacked by fellow Christians? The Swiss are probably thinking, it happens all the time to us. Teutonics, they're a holy order. They're supposed to be protected by the Pope, the head of the Catholic Church. But not today, it seems. But not today. Got a cavalry unit coming up. Ritterbruder here. Is he preparing for when the Samlander breaks? A little early, I feel like, to try that. But you can see the Swiss, not the Swiss, the Welsh are also responding to that with their own cavalry coming up. They've actually sent theirs in. This guy getting a little bit enthusiastic, getting right into that front line there. Oh, the cav just yet running through its own men. It's a shame this doesn't do any sort of like morale debuff like it does in NGW3. I feel like it would then stop players from doing it, because it's really dumb anyway. You're not achieving much, you're just slowing your own cav charge down. But the Ritterbruder are in there. I mean, he had to do this after the Hospitallers went in. Samlanders are about to break. To be honest, you could get those Ritterbruder out of there and get them back to the next line of defense, which is here with a polearm unit waiting. They have got crossbow to support as well if they want it. The spears are winning here, actually, against the Hospitallers. Whether that's got to do with the gunners back there firing, I don't know. I really don't know. But, yeah, the spears kind of winning over on this side here. Keep on fighting, men! The Swiss at this point in, like, history, not very neutral. They love a fight. They love a war. So much so that the Pope recruited the Swiss Guard, famously. And there you go, reinforcements coming in for the Jerusalem player here. He actually, I think he accidentally sent these guys in, these Genoese. But he's taken a fair few casualties. Actually, this isn't even, this is all Welsh. Well, Welsh and Genoese, and Jerusalem units in here. So, a mix of both. We've got some more Cyprian Knights. Oh my gosh, it just seems like he's got an endless tide of Cyprian Knights here. These are all silver chevron, these knights, you gotta remember. They're tough to kill. Yeah, I mean, they're tier 2, so that's an advantage, I guess, that the defense have as they get closer to the tier 3 stuff. Back here, we do have some Ricconieri, some like Italian mercenaries. We've got some dismounted Hospitaller knights as well. More polearms. So they've got some like solid infantry being kept in reserve, which is good to see. We also have the artillery here firing. I don't know what that's been firing at, but it's shooting something, put it like that. Or I can at least hear, like, explosions going off, so I presume it's that gun. Got a dismounted Templar Knights here, still waiting. So funny, like I was saying, that the Welsh are bringing Holy Order units instead of Jerusalem. They're just bringing their normal Cyprian Knights. But yeah, that's I mean, they should be okay, but they're tier 1, and they've been kept in reserve. They should be sent in first, not last. Cyprian Knights here, taking on the light spears of the Swiss still. Yeah, we're still on light spears. These gunners might want to get back a little bit. I don't know if they've got great angles here. They're probably just going to be shooting into the backs of their own Swiss, which is what I'm worried about. General under attack. So yeah, there you go. You have the Grand Master here. He's being shot at, I think, by just some rogue arrows. We do have a mortar here, actually. I've just realized for the Swiss, they've spent a lot of money in this expensive mortar. So this is probably what's actually the explosions, I think. I mean, the mortar can get good kills. I mean, it could be hitting this big blob of archers here, or into all these polearms. They've got a good few options they could be shooting at. The archers here could be focusing down these gunners, doing a good amount of damage to them. We've got Hospitallers now joining the fight down here, taking on these Swiss spears. They are definitely firing their artillery now onto this position. I can hear the shots going off there. The cavalry, it has been activated, firing on this big blob, probably at that halberd unit. And it looks like we're going to see gunners go up onto this wall here. So really smart play here by the Welsh, and they're going to then fire down from this wall here onto any reserves really, which is pretty bad, but you could focus them down with Pavis. The Pavis can definitely outgun these handgunners. It also just needs to then just generally retreat stuff from that area. We have got a Ritterbrüder unit coming forward now. I think it's going to try and go for some of these reserves. And they can try and take out these hospitalities, which is what I should do first. They're weak. They should be easy enough to take out. A good charge there. 2 Holy Orders clashing once again. And I think they just ran them off the field, really. Look at that. 9 of them left. Now they can reissue these sergeants as well in the back. Getting a good volley there with the gunners. Really well done by the Swiss player. And the Ritterbrüder are taking a lot of casualties as they're pulling out of various combats. Going in after these archers over here, doing a decent amount of damage, but are about to get swamped by a healthy Hospitaller Knight. And that'll be the death of the Ritterbrüder. I feel like this expensive cav wasn't really that well used. I felt like I was going to see more kills. One of them certainly got a lot of kills against Cyprian Knights, but the other two not so effective. And they were both from this flank here against the Welsh. They need to take advantage of this chaos that's going on. I don't know if they can really. They need to try and take out that gunner. Really with like I said, with these Pavis, the best way they're going to do it, if they're going to do it anyway at all. They also need to get these halberds into the fight. Get these guys right down there in the fight. Because then, will the attackers dare to shoot on them? If they're in the fight, it's a risky business. Because firing on them with like archers and artillery, they could risk hitting friendly fire. But yeah, it's already a lot of blood. You can see the blood around these halberds. It's taking a lot of shots. Yeah, already those light spears getting just annihilated. It's 1800 versus 2600. Oh, geez, the artillery. Friendly fire, and that mortar is shooting very close to its own front lines. They need to be careful of that. It is a big blob of infantry there, but it's not the target you want to be shooting at, I feel. This side does kind of look pretty thin on the ground, though, for infantry. I mean, they've got the shock coming up, and then they've got one more sword unit, but that is it. Everything else has been committed. But there isn't much left either for the defenders. They've got some pole arms and a few spears and a few shock units, but that is it. They really need to use these Pavis. These guys can arc there, so they need to just start firing and hitting these crossbows. Not these crossbows, sorry, they're hitting these gunners. A very weak unit you can take out. Look at that already. Casualties been inflicted. I think the Cav's going to be charging in a second. It's going to go for these gunners. Yep, I think the Swiss are going to get caught out here unless they move right now. In go the Welsh. Good charge there. I mean, they have just charged into the back of halberds, though. I think which was part of the bait. They were like, screw it. If they charge our gunners, the halberds can get a lot of kills. They are killing a fair few of these hospitallers. So well done there. They did a pretty decent job. The gunners now getting another volley off, trying to inflict some more damage into these hospitallers. Good volley as well, also killing a lot of hospitaller knights there, and the archers, or the gunners, sorry, as well, having a lot of damage inflicted on them. So you know what? The defenders aren't out of it yet. They've still got a bite in them. They just need to get some more. I mean, we're seeing a lot of wavering as well going on here. These Cyprian knights getting hit quite hard by these Pavis Pavis gunners here. They are, in fact, the Burger Pavis handgunners. So I guess maybe they get a little bit more protection from their Pavis shield, a bit more missile block. We also have shock infantry in here. This is Swiss shock, some of the best around, the dismounted Chouinette, or however you pronounce it. Very good unit, and they are cleaning up these Cyprian knights really nicely. Good to see that the palms are getting weakened here, and every volley is causing a lot of these Jerusalem units to waver. It's gonna. I feel like Wales has got most of the hitting power left. They've actually still got Cyprian knights coming in. Jeez, it's a healthy unit as well. 91. Get every man you can inside Jerusalem. You're gonna need them for this final assault. And we're gonna see a counter charge here by the Swiss. Don't know if this is a good idea. They can get flanked now by doing this. Oh, good volley as well from the artillery, hitting the shock infantry on the charge. Breaking a lot of these troops, though, really nicely done. They need to get up this hill, back up this hill, because the Welsh here could just flank them. Really easily could flank them. Swords here, look, they've been like kicked back. Lots of death over here for the defenders, though. They're taking a lot of casualties in every one of these volleys. The gun is down to 50 men. The halberdiers are starting to take damage now, and the sergeants, they're going to go back in. I think they're going to wave and break before they even get there. Though the archers are nearly out of ammo, so there will be a bit of a reprieve soon. There you go, look at that. Gunners, just like, as soon as they got near the gunners, they broke. Very impressive. These crossbows here need to start focusing down these archers. Again, look at this. The shock infantry charging down the hill. I mean, they're going to get just mauled here now eventually. Yeah, the crossbows here of Jerusalem, these Genoese, they've had enough. But they might get rid of this halberd first. Who knows? And as you can see, the Jerusalem player took no time wasting in getting a pole arm up here, and he's now pushing up this hill. I mean, you can take the small gunner unit out. After that, there is the halberd in behind. Oh, they're really just lobbing shots into this shock infantry now, trying to do some damage. The thing is, if the mortar round doesn't explode on impact, it's going to explode in a second, chaps. So I won't be cheering too much. A few of you might go flying in a second. Oh, there you go. One went off there. I feel like there was another one here, but maybe I'm wrong. There you go. I was going to say there's a second one there. Just landed right in the middle. Down to 87 men because of that. It's insane the damage mortars can do. Luckily, they have got another like elite shock infantry back there. They're going to need that. These crossbows as well, these Genoese, they could be pretty useful. They are heavy crossbows at the end of the day. They have got a bit of a bit of hitting power. Like, they can be used in melee. They've got a sword and a shield. They're going to be needed. But we have got the halberds now. They're scything through these Teutonic halberdiers. And the shock infantry coming up. The halberdiers, the hospitalities here to help. Going to do a lot of damage. Can they get a flanking charge with the dismounted Ritterbrüder? They might be able to. And this could be decisive. Turns the attention of Jerusalem. Oh, not Jerusalem this is. That could be, could be pretty decisive. They need to get some archer volleys or some crossbow volleys into this blob as well. All these units are very vulnerable for the attackers. Halberds over on this side, though, are losing. And then they're getting shot by gunners because the sergeant's losing as well. Maybe not. There's no gunners there to even shoot, do any damage. I think that maybe they're pretty weak. Hold the line, though, men of Teutons. The Teuton men, they must hold. I don't know what you call them. Men of the Teutonic order. Dismounted Ritterbrüder, though, they're holding the line. Archers now being thrown in. That'll be easy kills there for the dismounted Ritterbrüder. Lots of wavering going on here. I don't know if they've lost they haven't lost a general. I think they're just wavering. I don't know, out of pure scaredom. I don't know, really. The King's bodyguard over here, though, for Jerusalem, pretty weak. 19 men left in his bodyguard. One volley from an archer volley could be enough to kill him. That could do. Oh, jeez, the volley's coming in though from the artillery. Absolutely brutal. Flying on in, doing a lot of damage there. You can see where the artillery balls are heading. Yeah, they could, if they kill the Jerusalem general, could be enough to stop Jerusalem in his tracks. He hasn't got much left, but these elite shock infantry units could be pushed back. One's been sent back. They're going to need to, kill a couple more. I think there's one more here. And then I don't know if they got any more, actually, Jerusalem. I think it's now, then after that, it's down to the Welsh ones. This amount of hospitalities over here that they've got. But it looks like the Welsh aren't making much more progress either. These pole arms here, holding the line. You need to get like some archer or some gunners. Turn around, shoot into the backs of these guys. They can do a lot of morale damage by doing that. It does seem as though there's a second line of defense set up. As soon as the Teutonics fail here, the Swiss have got a second line identical to the one that the Teutonics have. A shock infantry and a halberd to hold the line. The bodies that are piling up on this choke point here, pretty damn insane. Artillery just going off everywhere. Balance power hasn't really changed. It's 1,000 versus 1,400, so the defenders certainly have sort of closed the gap a bit, I guess. I feel like it was a bit bigger, but it's it needs closing a little bit more. A general kill on either side could be decisive. The Swiss shock is losing this fight though. We've got a healthy polearm though here for the Swiss. This could be huge. This being here. This mortar has still got a slither of ammo as well. And is, I'm sure, getting plenty of kills. Down here, the Welsh still yet to make any sort of progress. I'm sure this fort tower over here is really helping as well. It's got a good angle and able to shoot into all this mess down here. The billmen here, yeah, really not making much in the way of impact. I think they're losing. They are, and they've got plenty of crossbows as well set up here. They can just lob their shots over the top here, and they can kill these guys pretty easily. The Swiss now just need to hold on this side, because I think the Teutonics might have it on this side. Well, I say that. The Welsh have still got plenty of reinforcements to bring up, including the Templars that we saw earlier. These elite swordsmen from the tier 1 roster being brought up. Weirdly, they are like their most expensive swords, and people think that makes them their best. Doesn't necessarily be the case. Like a tier 3 infantry unit might be able to beat these guys. Oh, look at this full gunner unit that's been like kept in reserve. They need to find a place for that. But yeah, halberd's winning here. We got the sword here. It's doing okay. There's actually already a Templar in it. He is losing now. So many men fighting in white here. Oh, a cavalry charge by the Swiss. Wasn't a bad one either. It helped rout this Templar unit. Really nicely done. The general is going to carry on, which is, I think, is a bold move at this point in the game, where generals really need to be kept alive. But it looks like he's going to go into this Templar down here. Got a charge off. Wasn't bad. But the thing is, he can now get flanked here by the other Templar unit. Unless he can get out of there pretty soon. Come on, Peter, man. You're in danger of being killed. I think maybe it was a chance to get other units back. He needs to get him out of there. Come on, Peter, man. It was a bold move, that is for sure. There you go. I think he might have just about done it. Look at this blob on this side here. I mean, the Welsh and Jerusalem are just throwing in everything here. Just trying to break through this polearm unit. Already the bodies piling up here. I can see a lot of attackers compared to defenders. 900 versus 900 at this point now is incredibly close. The next assault is going to come on this side here, which might be a little easy for the attackers. It is only a light spear defending here. It also looks like some gunners have been thrown in. They have plenty of ammo, so why they wasted that, I don't know. Maybe they just forgot to get him out of there. The swords easily win that fight, and now the spears go in. Imagine we'll see a repeat of last time. The spears is getting overwhelmed by superior infantry. We'll have to see. There is tier 3 light spears against tier 1 heavies. Will be interesting to see. Oh, the Cavs in the back lines here. And we have these crossbows here about to set up. And they're going to fire down onto the Welsh Cav here that's been kept. Well, it's not been kept in reserve. It's kind of snuck around. It's been very much in the front lines. Or more the back lines, I should say. They could, if they wanted to, they could try and keep it trapped in here. This general, if you went this way, can block off the retreat of this this Welsh Cav. And then this Welsh Cav is doomed, really. That could be huge. They managed to take out the Welsh general. We'll come back to that in a second. The front line rages on. Billmen are being forced to the front line here, trying to break their way through the spears. The Welsh Cavs just going to sit back here, which is probably a safe move, but it also means they're getting shot at by archer towers, which, to be honest, they have the accuracy of a World War II sniper. They just about hit everything. And still, these halberds hold on. They are losing now, though. I think they're a bit sick of winning. I don't know why they are now losing. Don't know what's really changed. Maybe they just got more exhausted. That's probably what it is. But it doesn't matter. They killed a lot. There's still like a weak shock that can be sent in. That's about it. Oh, here we go. Cav has engaged. So the Welsh did entertain this fight here. I don't know if this is a smart idea. The Grand Master's healthy. Tier 3 as well. And the Welsh are not healthy yet, but they are tier 3. About to see a rear charge here from Peterman. He's going to try and get round the back, surround this unit. And this could be decisive. I mean, the Welsh can't even really pull out their cab because their general's losing. They do that, they risk losing their general anyway. So really, they just got to live on what borrowed time they have to try and break through with their infantry. Like, their infantry is got to break through now or it's never, because they're about to lose the general and that'll be a lot of morale gone. And there you go, Peterman goes in. He's starting a wave of these Hospitaller Knights back here. Breaks the Cav, and now it's just the general that's got to be killed off in this sandwich, this Welsh sandwich that's been formed here. The white cloaks of the Teutonic Order getting a bit red now with blood. And there you go, the general is starting to waver. That is huge. And as you can see, there is a bit of breaking now going on for the Welsh here. But they've been broken through themselves at the Swiss. And there's 1, 2, 3 units of swords here. 3 very heavy infantry units breaking through here. And actually, the shock infantry is broken through here, has been beaten here as well, the Teutonics. And the Welsh can get their shock infantry inside. This could still all go wrong because these swords just need to get in the back lines over here and release the remaining troops still fighting those pole arms. The Cav desperately needs to get back. Kill this general as well if they can. Oh, it's going to be super close. Super, super close. The shock here against the spears. I mean, spears do not do well against shock infantry. In fact, shock infantry excels against spears. This is not a good matchup, but anything right now needs to be put in to like pin down these units. And a lot of wavering now going on over here. This is not good. The rear charge from the Templars over here has meant that all these polearms have started to break. They really need to get like a volley off or something. Where's the Cav? He needs to get back here. I know they were trying to kill that Welsh general, but army losses might be starting to take effect. 500 against 300. They need to kill these guys. I mean, these polearms are wavering here. So the Cyprian Knights. It's going to be close. Troops wavering over here. That's a dismounted Cyprian Knights. Oh dear, Templar's gone. I just realized as well that the Jerusalem general is gone. He has died at some point. So they have no general. Both the others do have generals at the moment. I think we're going to see a rear charge from the Swiss here in a second. Oh, there you go, volleys. Wow, that actually managed to waver all the other troops over there with that volley. But yeah, all the attackers now starting to waver and break. And there, at the final second, with less than 500 men left, a Pyrrhic victory for the Teutonic Order. Wow. And the Swiss as well, I should say. Both did an excellent job in that defense in the end. It was nail-biting stuff. I really thought they'd lost it when they broke through at the end there. And the generals just weren't coming back. And they weren't coming back. But what a battle. What a siege. So yeah, this is a siege from the perspective of Toast here, playing as the Teutonic Order. 210 kills with his dismounted Ritterbrüder. Very nice kills there. His halberds getting 172 kills. He's got his crossbows over here getting 138, 127 with the other one. Some excellent kills there. His gunners not doing so well. They seem to keep getting caught in combat. Did the gunners just generally on both the Swiss and the Teutonic side. Both were seem to be caught in combat. Only getting 64 kills there. The Cav getting 208 kills. With this one, Ritterbrüder, this one did well. 206, this one did well. Got a lot of kills against those Cyprian Knights, I think. And then the other Ritterbrüder here getting 108 kills. So that also did pretty well in the end, which is good to see. But yeah, one only getting a mere 17. Then we have Drunk Norwegian, who was playing as the Swiss, getting 139 kills with his General Peterman here. Very well done. These Shock Infantry getting 156 kills. Yeah, most of his spears did not do much in that game, unfortunately. His halberds, though, getting 269 kills. Very nicely done. Gunners, again, that felt like getting caught in combat. These guys can often get, like, insane kills, but only getting 83 here today. I think getting caught in combat and getting focused down was a big problem for the defenders here today. But 295 kills with the mortar. Very, very good kills. Mortars are so good at getting kills in sieges. Especially on the defense, I feel like they can just focus down on blobs of attackers and just annihilate the attackers. We've got Bob the Weak playing as the Swiss. He certainly was not weak this today. He did a very good job. 88 kills with a Shock Infantry. Not great, but they may have got more kills had they not chain routed. Sergeant's getting 172 kills, 117 with another one there. They did a lot of the heavy lifting today. 104 with the Hospitaller Knights. The Templars not getting much. The Archer's getting 80 kills and his Cav getting 91 kills. Then we have Hutamahaig playing as Jerusalem. Also not getting great kills with his Shock Infantry, unfortunately. Halberds only getting 67 kills. Cyprian Knights, which he spammed out the best, getting 67 kills. His crossbows getting his highest score here today, 143 kills for them, 95 with another, and his Cavalry getting 89 kills. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And feel free to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on a single siege battle from 1212. I've got plenty more lined up, and I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next siege.